Chapter 8. What is a credit bureau? A credit bureau is a firm that tracks the credit history and related information of individuals when someone applies for a loan, apartment, job, or anything else that could affect their creditworthiness. Their potential creditor, landlord, or employer review the information stored. If the office contains less than adequate information about the person in their report, it may affect the person's chances of getting the credit, lease, or job. A bad credit report can also lead to higher interest rates on a loan or credit cards. There are three prime U.S. credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Although the three companies share information, each company has its report and credit rating. If someone applies for a credit line, an apartment, or a job, the creditor or employer can see the report and get the score from all three. For this reason, if a person checks their credit report for fraud or incorrect information, it is best to obtain a copy of the report from an agency. A credit bureau receives the information for their reports from the creditors of the individuals. For example, if someone has a credit line with their bank, they regularly report information to the credit agency, good or bad. If the person is always on time with payments, it will be implicated on the credit report. If one or more payments are delayed by more than 30 days, the report will reveal that too. A lot of information is reported to each agency. All of them have personal information for anyone who has received credit or opened a bank account, including their names, date of birth, current and past addresses, social security numbers, and employment history. Information is gathered by tracking people through accounts payable reports and social security numbers. The account information is listed in the report, including the deal that manages the account, the credit limit, the date of account transaction, the current account balance, and payment history. Even if someone closes an account or it becomes inactive, the information will be displayed on the report for 7 to 11 years. Each office's account in a credit report can be any credit-related accounts, e.g., B. Check the savings account, credit cards, loans, and leases. Each agency also reports all inquiries to a person's credit report. The report shows the type of request and who did it. If too many inquiries are attempted within a certain period, it can affect the person's credit worthiness. A credit bureau also includes public records on an individual's credit report related to an individual's credit worthiness. For example, if a person has filed for bankruptcy, they will not be deemed reliable, and companies may be reluctant to assign them to a line of credit. Bankruptcies are therefore included in the credit report. Even unpaid child support payments are considered part of a person's reliability. This type of information typically remains on a credit report for 7 years. Although the credit bureau's role appears to be potentially harmful, especially those with poor credit ratings, the credit bureaus also protect individuals. The agency can notify individuals when negative information is added to their report. Each agency must provide an individual with a free copy of their credit report each year upon request in the U.S. This gives people better control over the credit report and a better chance of catching identity fraud. Any bureau can also add a fraud notice to a person's credit report, if requested, to help victims of identity theft to prevent further fraudulent activity. How do these agencies operate? Here is an overview of how these agencies that collect and provide your credit information works. Lenders and creditors report your credit behavior to one or both of the credit bureaus. Credit bureaus also collect information about your credit history from public records. This includes legal judgments, liens, insolvencies, bankruptcy, consumer proposals, and debt management programs. Lenders and creditors don't have to report all of your credit information to both agencies. Typically, a creditor will report to only one agency. Once every month, your credit activity is reported to the credit bureaus and your credit report is updated or created. Be mindful that credit bureaus rely on the information provided to them. If they accidentally report false information, they can take no responsibility, but you can go through the error dispute process to see the error is fixed. Once a credit card is used and a credit report is opened with your name, other potential lenders and creditors can now request to see your credit report. This is how your creditworthiness is calculated. In other words, credit bureaus collect consumer information from lenders and creditors, create a report, and then provide that information themselves to other lenders or creditors to help them determine if they can grant you new credit. What services do these offices offer? As mentioned above, credit bureaus provide consumers, lenders, and creditors with credit reports. A file contains information about a person's credit habits and history. Apart from this, they also offer other credit information tools and services. Credit rating. This is a 3-digit number that is created based on your credit report. Credit bureaus generate this number to assist lenders and creditors in determining whether they can provide you with new credit. This number is determined by 5 main components: payment history, total debts, terms of credit, diversity of accounts, and new inquiries. Credit monitoring. Both credit bureaus provide consumers with a credit monitoring service. This service allows consumers to access their credit report and credit rating, usually through an online account. Consumers can keep an eye on identity theft for errors and receive alerts when information changes in their credit report. Can a credit report bureau help you? It's fair to say that most of your financial life revolves around your credit history and credit score. Credit bureaus can give you the information you need to keep your finances on track, build your credit rating, and even correct formal financial mistakes. Credit scores, credit reports, and credit monitoring services are all provided by credit bureaus. If you are looking to enhance your credit, these are the tools you need. They can help you find mistakes and determine which aspects of your credit need improvement. 3 main credit bureaus. There are several credit bureaus in the United States, but not all are equally popular and used. The top 3 are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. These credit bureaus control your financial information. With this data, they generate your credit report. Equifax. Originally called Retail Credit Company, it was created in 1899 in Atlanta by Cater Brothers and Guy Woolford. They kept a list of most creditworthy customers and collected everything they found about them and then sold that information. The company began to expand rapidly, and by the 1920s, it already had offices throughout the United States. In 1975, they switched their name to Equifax. The telephone number to contact this bureau is 888-548-7878. TransUnion. In its beginnings, this company was committed to renting railroad cars. It was founded in 1968, and a year later, it acquired a credit bureau with more than 3.5 million cards with financial information. Henceforth, this company has become another of the big players in the credit reporting industry. It currently has more than 250 offices in 24 countries. TransUnion can be contacted with this number, 800-916-8800. Experian. This is the youngest of the three credit bureaus. It was founded in England in 1980. At that time, it was known as CCN Systems. It entered the United States market in 1996 when it bought the company TRW Information Services. It is now present in 36 countries. Their contact number is 714-830-7000.